Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another great episode of Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Bara Abdallah, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Mar app is nailing it down with their unique services. This local-based application helps you fix any part of your house in an easy and simple steps. We're here with the founder himself, Nizar Mai, to talk to us more about the application. Hello and good evening.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I love it. I love Miss Mar.
I'm glad to hear that. That bodes well for us.
Great, great. I mean, the thing is, I just downloaded the application and I went through it, and it's like everything is beautifully placed.
I appreciate that.
Whether it's the AC, with the first thing I needed actually.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's
most people in Bahrain have
right,
this
right,
problem.
and it's like whether a split unit, you know, the window and all that, everything was well designed. But before we even go more into the details of the application, what made you go through the entire process of coming up with Mismar, and why Mismar?
Okay, so Mismar, my dad came up with that name.
Okay.
It's a construction implement, right? So it makes sense. That leads into also why I started the company. So my other business, my main business is architecture. So we have an architecture firm. So I have a network of contractors, subcontractors. I know a lot of people in the industry, so my friends would come to me to ask me for help whenever something went wrong in their house.
Right.
And that's how it works in Bahrain. It's always word of mouth. You ask your dad, or you ask your uncle, or you ask someone you know, and they give you the number of someone. So because I had the network already in my pocket, I figured why not just make it accessible to everyone. I was always also interested in entering like the tech field and opening a tech company. So, and Bahrain has been really, really helpful with people like me who want to enter into the startup sort of sphere. And they've been really supportive throughout the whole process. So I think that just motivated me to just do it. Like, why not?
Honestly, I'm loving the idea. Thank you so much for making it happen.
Thank you.
To be honest, like it is true. It's like, you know, you call your mom, do you know the word bifitar?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. We were thinking of doing a joke actually, instead of plumbing, just writing bifitar. Like in English, bifitar. But I thought people wouldn't get it probably.
It's a very uncommon word, right? I mean, everybody's like bifitar. So do bifitar.
Yeah.
What is a bifitar, Sledge? What is it?
Pipe fitter. I think it's just pipe fitter said in a Bahraini way.
Wow.
I think.
Wow.
I'm not sure. I
Wow.
have no evidence to support this, but that's what I believe.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because up until today, I don't know what a bifitar is.
Yeah, they fit pipes, right? Like
True,
that's what they do.
true. But back to your application.
Okay.
I love the name Ismail. You know, it's
Thank
very
you.
expressive. It's like, make sure you copyright that name. It's
Yeah,
a pretty decent name.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. That's good advice.
Yeah. And now, as you go through the application, it's like now we reach to a point. It's like I have to call your mom or your friend. You know, a good electrician. You know, a good builder. You know, named Bob.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, anybody who can fix this or that. It's always, you know, word of mouth, right?
Yeah.
Or you just come across maybe a number or something like that. But in your application, everything is one place. It makes life way easier. Click, click, click. Here's my description. Here's what I need. Here are the diameters. Here are everything, and it works beautifully.
Yeah, you populate. So you can download the app from Android or iPhone.
Right.
So either on the App Store or on Google Play, and basically you take a picture of something that's going wrong in your house, right? Whatever it is. You add your description. You add the time you want them to come, and then the contractors, the fixers on board. So we have a certain list of fixers who are working with us, who we trust, who we know they do like a good job.
Right.
They'll apply for bids, or they'll ask to come visit the site. They'll communicate with you, so they'll get the information that they need to create a proposal and send it to you. And then if you like the price, you can go ahead. And all the payment happens in the app as well.
Very practical.
So streamlines it a bit. We're trying. Yeah.
It's so practical. It's so smooth. I love it. You know, I'm having it. I'm
Thank
using
you.
it. It actually works. It actually works. It's
Thank
like,
you.
whoa.
Yeah.
It looks good. It's friendly and it works.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to navigate.
And it was all built in Bahrain. Like, as in lots of companies, even tech companies, they take these white label apps from software houses outside of the country. They'll go to Europe or whatever, and they'll outsource the job. But for us, we have our front end, our back end developers are Bahrainis. We have someone who's doing the sort of the server stuff. And every single piece of it was built with a specific goal in mind or with a specific feature set in mind.
Right.
And it all came from us. So like we didn't buy anything from outside. We built it all here.
Love it.
I'm very proud of that. And it also means that we can iterate, so we can change things. So that's what we're working on now, is like user interface, user experience fixes, things that make it sort of easier to understand, easier to go through the app. And yeah, I mean, I'm just really, really happy that we could do all of that here. Didn't have to go outside, didn't have to talk to anyone else.
Well, we're proud of you and
Thank
the team.
you.
Big shout out
Thank
to
you.
the Smart team. And we
Thank
love
you.
it.
Thank you.
So now, as I go through the application, I just came across the thought, like, how did you manage to get all the information in one place? Like, it was so neatly and so beautifully organized. Like, it's great, but the amount of effort, like, you know, oh, we need to put this genre, this category, this, that. Like, did you know all of this beforehand, or you had to do your research?
I mean, so the categories, I think we all know the categories, right? Like, we all have houses, we all have problems in our houses. So we can see what kind of categories apply. Also knowing a bunch of contractors, being able to talk to them, you know, they were a very valuable resource. And I think that putting it together, I mean, the hard part of putting something like an app together is like building the app, is like the marketing, is a lot of stuff. And we've been working on Mismar for like at least a year and a half now. I mean, a year at least in app development.
Okay.
And we've had so many different versions. We release something, we try it out, we test it, we give it to some people, see what they think. We take it back, we start working on it, tweaking it. Actually, like in a week or so, like we're hoping by next week, we're going to be releasing like a whole update that improves the user experience and the UI for the job creation and also for the active job. So we're really like working on just listening to feedback. So like also if anyone listening uses it, in the app itself, there's a contact us button at the top right. You just press that, you can talk directly to me. So if you have any feedback, you have any problems with any of the contractors, you're coming directly to the source. So I'll help you solve that problem, right?
Awesome.
And also this feedback is invaluable to us because we can improve our app exponentially better with other people, like users' information, rather than just what we're thinking in our head, you know?
Wow, that's very interesting. I mean, you know, and to know that there is a person behind the scenes working hard to make sure that, you know, every customer is satisfied.
That's the hope. That's
really
our goal.
relieving.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay, so now, do you see yourself like different than other services?
So like home improvement services?
Yeah,
so
I
like
would say that, yeah.
I would say so, yeah. I mean, first of all, we're an aggregator.
Okay.
So I'm not a contractor. So I'm not the one coming to your house and fixing the pipe. I have contractors who have agreements with us who come in and fix the pipes, right?
Very interesting.
So if first of all, you have lots of options.
Right.
Right? Second of all, the payments are sort of escrowed. So like when you pay a contractor to do a job and something goes wrong, he might not come back. But when you pay us to do a job, we hold that money until you tell us that the job is good, and then we release the payment to the contractor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Made a lot of thoughts and a lot of work, and I'm sure, like, you know, went into the whole thing of putting the application together. Like a year and a half. I'm sure it's more than that as well. You know.
I mean, inception almost 2 years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
I think June or July 2019, just before COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had all of COVID to like hunker down and really work on this
Do
thing.
you know the amount of stories I heard about people doing something because of COVID?
You have so much time.
It's like applications been made, you know, talents just out of nowhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Because especially in the beginning phase when everyone was afraid, like even the workload at work just went down. Everyone was just sort of sitting and waiting, you know? So people's minds started working and they started exploring new ideas. And yeah, I think it was, I mean, I wouldn't say COVID was a good thing. So, but like that time that everyone got, I think was valuable.
Yeah, true. And you made the most out of it, man.
I've tried, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You have an application.
Yeah, thank you.
You tried hard.
Thank you.
That's for sure. And you came up with something that's so practical that everybody can use. You're going to change lives, by the way. You changed my life.
I appreciate that.
You know, it's like I don't have to call, Babu, are you coming or not?
Yeah, exactly.
Where are you?
Exactly.
What's going on?
You just send us a WhatsApp message and we'll take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. So now with all that, now what do you think is going to be the future of the application?
I mean, steps moving forward, like I said, user experience and user interface. Like we want to make it more accessible to more people. We want to make it really easy and clear what steps go through the process. And then, I mean, we have big ideas for where we want to take the app, but we're trying to focus right now on just bringing on more like recently this week we added people who can add pool chillers to your pool. In the summer it's hot, you can add pool chillers to your pool. So we added pool maintenance, stuff like that, couch cleaning, carpet cleaning. You know, we're trying to find different services that like people need but maybe aren't that available. So that's one side of things. The other side of things is just iterating on the app itself, making it more, what's the word I'm looking for? Intuitive.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it seems like a very bright future for Ms. Ma. Is that
Thank
going to
you.
be your full-time thing or still like?
Right now I'm doing I have two businesses. My primary business is an architecture firm. So mostly I'm designing houses, I'm working with contractors, I'm working with clients. But I will be, you know, focusing on both. I think I have enough time to focus on both.
Okay, great,
Yeah.
great. So with all that being said, you know, very interesting story and you've done a lot and you, your team, again, big shout out goes to the Ms. Ma team for doing an amazing application.
I appreciate that.
What would be that thing you want to tell your viewers?
Download the app.
Okay, of course.
Yeah, download the app, try it out, give us feedback if you can. Literally any advice from users is super valuable to us right now. So that would be like my number one bit of advice. Yeah, I guess that's not advice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but it is a good advice to make your life easier.
Yeah,
Download the app.
Yeah. If I were to think of some like nugget of advice to give maybe potential viewers who are interested in opening their own businesses.
Right, please.
I would say, you know, from the outset, in the beginning, everything seems super daunting. Like the project is so huge, right? But you shouldn't be thinking about the end goal. You should kind of be thinking about just start it. So one thing, if you're opening a tech company, I would suggest you read a book called The Lean Startup by Eric Ries.
Okay.
It sort of really helpfully breaks down the entire process into like tiny chunks. And it's really important not to try to, you know, create an end product. You want to create something tiny. So I started with a WhatsApp business account and I had my contractors and I contacted people individually. So like if I got a job through WhatsApp Business, I would contact the contractor. I saw if there was interest or not.
Okay.
After I saw that there was interest, I realized, okay, these are the things I need to put in the app. Okay, let's make a basic version of the app. Okay, let's test it out. Oh, there's all these problems. Okay, let's solve them. You know, step by step. And like I said, it's been a year and a half, but it passes like that, you know, and you learn from each step. So just don't try to, you know, don't try to solve $1 billion problem.
Okay.
You know, try to solve like a 100 BD problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
That's
And
brilliant.
when you solve a 100 BD problem like enough times, you get to that million, you get to that billion.
Okay.
So, you know, start small and grow, and take a chance. Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for changing my life and other people's lives here in Bahrain.
Thank
By
you.
having
Thank
an
you, Baba.
application like Ms. Ma, it really is something like a game changer for us.
Thank you.
Like now I have to click, and I'm done. I love that.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for the new update. Let's see what's going to happen there.
Yeah, I'm excited too. And I appreciate you having me on here.
Definitely. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much
Thank
for being
you.
with us right here on Bahrain Now.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, do download the app. Believe me, you're going to love it. House repair, not a problem anymore. All that with Ms. Ma taking place with an interview with Nizar Muayyad right here on Bahrain Now. Ladies and gentlemen, working together cohesively, a student-led startup won the Injaz 2021 Company of the Year award. Hasib Technologies developed a device that secures the safety of cyclers and cyclists in Bahrain. To tell us more are the two stars behind Hasib themselves, Habiba Maher and Fatma Al-Gaoud. Well, welcome to Bahrain Now. How are you this evening?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Great.
We're great, thank you.
Amazing. First of all, this is like an amazing initiative. Honestly, we have a lot of cyclists in Bahrain who are into cycling, like the culture is going bigger and bigger. So we need Hasib. I can even only imagine. It's like all of a sudden, Hasib! I'm like, oh, good name. So how did you come up with Hasib?
So Hasib was a company that we started during the Injaz National Company program. So it was a training program by Injaz for high school students. And us as business students, we joined the program. And we basically came up with a bunch of ideas. And in the end, we realized that we all had a common issue. It was that we didn't feel safe when we were cycling outside.
Wow. Well, why did you get that feeling that you didn't feel safe while cycling?
Well, speaking from personally,
Right.
when I was cycling outside, I cycle around the neighborhood. once a car was about to crash into me and my dad.
Oh, wow.
And that was horrifying. And some of my colleagues, they had similar experiences.
Wow.
Yeah.
You had an experience?
I mean, I ride with my parents, with my brother also. And then in our neighborhood, we don't really have like any bicycle lanes in Bahrain. So we ride in the road and then we don't really see like the people behind us. So I mean, we created Hasib just to like give us an insight about the people behind us.
You're saving lives. You're literally saving lives. Thank you so much for doing this. I mean, a lot of people went through the same experience, but they never thought like, I need to do something about it. It's like, hey, you know, few words here and there, panter, and it's like, and that's it. Bad prayers to that person, and that's it. You end the day. You know, you talk about a story. It's like, oh, they don't know how to drive. But it's very interesting to say that, you know, so far I think Bahrain right now are considering the fact there is more of a cycling culture. So, you know, they're thinking about the lanes and all of that, but this is a lifesaver. So tell us more of the process, like how you come up with the idea and ending up with a device, which I'm like, wow, what is happening here? Tell us more.
So we're a team of around 10 students. We're all Nassim International School students.
Shout out.
Yeah, we're all business students as well. So we came up with the idea together.
Yeah.
How did we, you know, start up? How did we do all that? Well, it was mainly teamwork. The essence was teamwork, because if one of us couldn't do something, the entire like team would collapse.
Oh,
We're all codependent on each other, and that's what's really beautiful about our team. So how did we come up with the mechanics or the technicalities of Hasib?
Yeah.
That's mainly behind the production team. So we have a production team,
Okay.
and the production VP, he came up with the technicalities behind it.
All right.
While we collaborated with the design, marketing collaborated with the with the
Love
sales of the product, and
Apparently a lot of things
yeah.
went behind the scenes, right? Just remembering some thoughts right now.
Because we have like 5 departments and every department made an impact within the
Yes.
product.
Wow. Wow, this is like the real deal.
yeah,
5 departments. So marketing, production, sales,
finance,
right?
human resources.
That's a company.
Exactly.
That's a company. I mean, I'm glad Injaz actually, you know, stepped in for this and to make something like this that's gonna change a lot of lives. I don't cycle, you know, yet. I'm about to, you know, and now I feel safer with Hasib. It's like, no, Hasib, no, I'm talking about the device. Love it, I love it. So now, the idea came to be, but I'm so interested to know what kind of challenges you face. You know, of course, like, you know, a lot of ideas died because they faced 1 or 2 challenges. I'm like, it's not meant for me. But not you girls, not your team. You actually went through all the way to the end. What made you get motivated all the way to the end, and what are the challenges that actually were so noticeable, like that challenge actually made us stronger? What was that?
I mean, I think COVID-19 was a challenge because we had to work online and not really physical. I mean, it was kind of hard to communicate with each other through online. I mean, not everyone has like a stable internet. Sometimes things get collapsed.
Yeah.
But I think like COVID was like the main issue, but we really overcame that. We did like Zoom meetings and things like that, just to like overcome it.
Wow, so it's like meeting up all together.
Yeah.
And that didn't really like happening on Zoom, putting the camera on the
Oh,
product, and it's like,
yes.
the camera is not clear. Bad internet.
Yeah.
You cancel the meetings, come back again later
Oh,
on.
yes.
Oh wow, that prolonged the process.
Yeah.
Now, any other challenges maybe you want to mention as well?
Yeah, honestly, balancing school and Injaz, the whole company program,
Wow.
that was major for us because majority are IBDP students,
Oh,
and they have a lot of workload. And considering that now we're seniors, so studying hours increased. And you guys may think it's nothing because we're high school students and we haven't seen
No.
college yet.
things
But
are.
trust me, it's difficult to balance them both, and we're managing it, alhamdulillah.
I'm sure your moms behind the scenes right now, they're just so proud of you, you know, making it happen. And they've been supporting you all the way, right?
Yes, of course.
Big shout out to your moms and your dads
Yeah.
and your family for standing, you know, together with you and making it happen. And I would say, at some point, you're lucky to have moms like these,
Of course.
I
you know,
agree.
because like some like, hey, focus on your studies and all that, but they saw the potential behind this product, and the amount of lives you're gonna save that we didn't even know about is gonna be phenomenal. So loving it. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
Honestly,
Thank
we're so
you.
proud of you. So now it's out. It's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're still at school or you're done?
No, we're
No, we're
still
still in school.
last year.
Bless you. Bless you. I swear to God. If I was at high school, I would barely just, the most I'm going to do is just finish video games. But you actually did a device altogether. You produced it, you learned it. And you actually had to learn the technical aspect as well, or you left that to somebody else?
No, we create this device. It's our creation, our little baby. So the production team
Yeah.
works on the, creation of the device. We help out sometimes with wiring and soldering and all that, very detailed
I
stuff.
mean, everything was self-made. We did it all by ourselves. So yeah, it was.
Did YouTube help by any chance?
No. I mean, it is an invention.
Yeah.
Copyrights, everything?
Almost happening.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's an invention, not. It's getting more exciting right now. It's really happening. Definitely, definitely. So, what kind of future plans do you have here right now? Do you want to franchise to the world? What's going to happen? You going to be on Shark Tank maybe later on?
Well, I think the main thing that we're both focusing on, or the team is focusing on, is winning the regionals. Inshallah, ya Rab, we'll win them. And after that, inshallah, we will try and develop the product in terms of using artificial intelligence, cloud computing, machine learning, and using all that futuristic aspects into our device, making it more modern and more technologically caught up and all that.
I'm just lucky to know these terms to begin with. Modeling, AI, artificial intelligence, and cloud computing.
Yeah.
All that in Hasib.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. You want to sync it with other devices, hopefully maybe even with your smartwatch and all that, and an application. That's a lot going on. You got to take over the world. That's it. You got to make it a safer place for all the cyclists in the world. Are there like other devices maybe you actually looked at or looked on in other places, or you actually thought of it and it's from scratch?
From scratch.
Wow.
I mean, it's not located anywhere in the world, so it is an invention. So we just found like a gap in the market, and we're like, boom, we have to do Hasib, and then we did it.
I mean, you can find flashlights, you can find reflectors, but you can't find Hasib.
Do you understand how much of a big deal this is? Like, do you understand the impact, how big of a big deal this is? You invented something that pretty much is not out there in the world, that we know of at least. This is phenomenal. Here on Bahrain Now, we're talking about it very casually. It's like, oh yeah, we just invented. I was like, that's it, yeah. What did you do? I went to the movies. What about you? I'm inventing. It's very casual. It's like talking about artificial intelligence as if you're talking about a YouTuber. It's so casually. It's like, this is unbelievable. So this is going to go viral. It has to. I mean, you're making the place safer for cyclers. I mean, a friend of mine in New York would love to have this right now because the amount of challenges, they have cycling lanes and all of that, but sometimes it's not as safe.
Yeah.
Even in Japan, sometimes, they would love to have that. So I can see Hasib in different countries with different, maybe even pronunciation. I can see that. It's like, oh, Hasib, yeah. Hasib, これはなんだよですね. It's like, oh, by the way, it's made in Bahrain. そうですね. Okay, cool. Wow. I just love knowing about this more and more. And the future looks not even bright, but it's going to happen. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about your future with Hasib?
I mean, we're proud, obviously, because we worked really hard to make this product, and we would really like to see it worldwide, inshallah, one day.
Yeah, I would like to add on to that, honestly.
Please.
I believe that us, as when we first came up together and formed a team for Injaz, we didn't really think that we would be going this far and we would be inventing a device and that we would be creating it and it would be like right in front of us, something tangible. But we rather thought that this was just a learning experience to learn how to build a company, how all the business terms, all the business functions and all that, because that's really what the company program really is about.
Okay.
It's about experiencing all what you learn in business, but hands-on. And I guess that really gave us kind of like insights on how it would be to create a business, how it would be to be a marketing VP and deal with market research and all that.
And ending up having an invention.
Yeah.
And it's not enough that you've been experiencing how to have a company and with the Injaz program, but it's another big story happening on the side, which is simultaneously to your experience having an invention. This is crazy. It's like, honestly. Wow, this is so inspirational. I wish I can go back like 20 years back and just take the program and just work for you girls, Definitely. I may end up working for you, you never know.
You never know.
I'll do your YouTube shows, you know? I'll present for you if you
You
want
can create our advertisements.
to. Okay, done
Yeah.
deal.
خلاص.
Done deal, definitely. You know, one of the challenges I feel like as well that you faced is that there isn't much of a mentor or maybe somebody you can just follow their footsteps, because everything you've done, it's your own experience. So if there's anything else, somebody else will have to follow your footsteps now.
Yeah, but I would like to contradict you on that,
Please
actually.
do. Yeah.
We had 2 supervisors during this program, and
Okay.
I'm happy to say that they are our mentors.
Amazing.
We had Ms. Noor from Temkeen,
Okay, awesome.
and we have Ms. Thawra Dhan,
Shout out.
mentors. Like, we're following in their footsteps, honestly.
Beautiful,
Like, from my point
beautiful.
of view, we're learning so much from them, things that we could not learn from a book or from anything else. Don't you agree?
I agree for sure. They're
Wow.
amazing. I mean, they give us the motivation to make this product. Without them, I don't think we will be here today.
So proud to know you had your mentors. Honestly, so proud that that actually took place and they were part of this amazing invention. You were supposed to interview me at this point, to be honest, because you're that awesome at this point. But with all that being said, if you would leave with few words to your viewers, what would that be?
Well, first of all, we would like to thank everyone who made this happen. Our school, Injaz, our mentors, our parents, our friends, our family. I'd like to thank the team itself, because without them, we wouldn't have been able to do anything, honestly. And I would like to advise the juniors out there, the grade 11 students, to take the Injaz Company program.
Amazing.
It's an opportunity they cannot miss.
I mean, I've learned a lot through Injaz, like seriously a lot. I mean, I've learned how the business operates and things like that. I mean, I'm the VP of marketing, and I never really knew. I thought marketing was all about advertisement and things like that. I never really knew what market research was, market mix was, and how to know the gap in the market. I mean, I've learned a lot through Injaz. It was an amazing experience, I have to admit.
I am so glad you went through the experience with Injaz. I am so glad you have an amazing team, amazing mentors, parents, friends and family and everything. And you came up with this product of love, I would say, you know? It's like a product of the entire team happening here with Hasib. Proud of you. Bahrain's proud of you.
Thank you.
And we can't wait to see what kind of future is going to be coming your way with Hasib. Hasib, you know, we're gonna thank you so much for being with us right here on
Thank
Bahrain
you.
Now.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of words. This is a beautiful moment right here on Bahrain Now as we saw a Bahraini invention coming to life with Hasib. Took an interview right here on Bahrain Now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a photography hub for all your local talents out there. Hippie Eye is a unique platform that is here to develop your photography and videography skills with some great sets of workshops and talks. We have Alia Mahar to tell us more about it. Well, good evening, Alia. How are you this evening?
Hi, good evening.
It's great to have you here, a photography and videography hub. It's exactly what we need here. So what is Hippie Eye?
First, thank you for invite us,
It's
for
a
invite
pleasure.
me and HPI as well. HPI, it's a photographers hub here in Bahrain, and I think it's the first HPI photographers hub in Bahrain because I saw a lot of photographers hub in Dubai, Egypt, Oman, all of the countries. But I hope it will be a good idea. So we have a lot of workshops, photography as well, for adults and for kids. And also we invite a lot of professionals photographers from outside Bahrain and inside
Amazing.
Bahrain. We invited from Dubai and Oman and Egypt.
Wow.
And we have a lot of workshops, even the dark room and how to use a film development, how to develop the films, and kids photography, photo walk.
Wow.
A lot of workshops.
You've been very busy.
Yeah. It
You've
should
been
be.
very busy. I love it. Why do you think having a photography hub is an important thing for photographers and videographers?
It's very important because it's a hub. We can collect a lot of photographers in the same place, and they can learn from each other, even from instructors, And I like the atmosphere because it's friendly atmosphere as well. And after all the workshops, we have a friends group, and even when we make like photo walks, so it's also nice atmosphere. That's
Okay.
yeah.
Apparently, you've been loving the photo walk a lot. You've been mentioning it. What is the photo walk?
Photo walk, we are organized the photo walk. It is a group. We announce about it. It's something free. It's activity,
Okay.
but it's nice because we collect all the photographers or anyone likes take photos by mobile or by camera, and we go to. I like to go to traditional places here in Bahrain
Okay.
because most of the API it's mixed nationality, so that's why I like to go to traditional places. Even the photo walk for kids, because we have two photo
Oh,
walk for
wow.
kids and adults. Yeah, I like
Okay.
to do anything the same. The adults is the same kids, and I like how the kids acting their self. Yeah, they act like adults. So it's very nice, and I like the results, everything. So photo walk, it's very nice activity as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're like the kids holding the camera, even though it's bigger than them. It's like how they press the button, you know, find
and
that
they are
force.
very serious when you
very
talk. Wallah,
serious.
very serious when we hold the camera, and they feel they are very important person because it's all
I have a
adults.
camera, don't talk
Yes,
to me.
and it's professional. Yeah, we
Oh.
provide them professional cameras also.
Wow, wow, wow. Well,
Something
you know,
like that, but it's beginner.
well, you know,
Yeah.
you're giving them this confidence, you know, of how to handle a camera at a young age. So with the kids, you do a lot of workshops for kids?
Yeah, sure. We have a lot of workshop. We have basics workshops, how to use the camera settings, and also we did the summer camp, mobile photography, food photography,
Wow.
even portrait photography. Yeah,
Wow.
so it's something excited, and they are very excited. When they came, it's very excited to continue and what's after and join after. So it's nice activity for kids and adults also.
That's very interesting. You know, I have a lot of photographers as friends, you know,
Good.
and they've been telling me a lot. And there always been this argument, you know, on dinner table. And it's like, well, you know, I have an iPhone. I can take the same kind of picture you're taking. And then we have this kind of talk. From your perspective, like, what is the difference between a guy who's holding a phone with like even a crazy like advanced camera and a photographer who has an actual camera who goes there and figures out the light and the settings? Where do you see the difference?
For me, I see big difference because it is the photography. It's a lot of kind of photography. How it is, we have like mobile photography, we have like landscape photography, we have like portrait. So mobile, it is kind of photography. So the photography is a very big place, and the mobile photography, it's something under the cap of photography. But for me, I prefer the camera because it's the quality, the resolution, and everything. It's better. You see, I feel it's better when I hold the camera. It's much better from the mobile. Yeah.
You're holding something with substance.
Yeah, but
right?
also I respect the mobile photography and I like it because I have it already.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people say that, well, it does the trick, it does the work, you know, all that kind
And
of
it's
stuff.
easier. You can put
Easier,
it
you know,
everywhere.
It has an update, it has all the
Yes.
filters. But then I come in and see a friend of mine who has an iPhone. He does photography with an iPhone and sometimes does with a camera. And you can tell, like, there is a huge difference with not only how the things look, but how it feels and all of that.
And color and resolution, everything.
Wow.
Everything is different.
Apparently in the hub you have a lot of talks over there, you know, have a lot of workshops, a lot of things going on. Now, what really got my curiosity is hippie eye. What is a hippie eye?
Yeah, this question, a lot of people ask me
I'm
this
sure
question
they do
because what is a hippie?
What is
a
hippie
hippies?
eye? It's like an eye that it happens to be a hippie. What is it?
Yes, something like that. You are right.
Really? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
because it's coming from hippies. Do you know the hippies?
Can you tell me more, please?
Yeah, it's hippies. It's I took a concept from hippies. It's old people from American, and they are acting and make as they want.
Okay.
So my concept here, hippies eye. So hippie, you can take any photo, from your vision, from
Alright.
any angle, but from your vision, you are free to take anything you
Okay.
like it and you want it.
For a
That's the concept.
second, I thought like, is she talking about the same hippie that I know? And apparently, yes.
Yeah, but I took only
Like-
the nice thing from
I
him.
was like, I want to make sure, but hey,
Yeah.
you know, catchy name.
Yeah,
It's a good way to start a conversation. Hippie eye, what?
yeah.
All right, great, great. So now workshops, photo walk, kids, all of that beautiful atmosphere, positive vibes. Now to maintain that, I'll take it to more, I would say, what is the future for it? What do you have in store?
What I have in store, see, I'm always introduce or update my workshops, and always I get from outside and inside workshops also, and a lot of kind of photography. So I'm only in this place, but I like it because I'm always update in this area. So I'm always update this area, even when now in these days. So now the dark room and the take a photos with the film, it's coming coming back. So also I update my hubs to do this one to do this workshop inside. But
Wow.
yeah, but my problem now because of Corona days, so we stopped about dark room because the instructor from outside. So I'm waiting for everything to be stable. Then we will continue for dark room.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to hear that there is still a market, there is still an interest for film itself. You know, the dark room. We're talking about the same room that has the red light.
Yeah.
And you take like, you know, you pick up like a certain frame and you put it in
Yes.
acid.
Yes, it's chemicals, and
Wow.
I'm already do it. I love it. It's my hobby.
Is it acid? or-
Yeah, it's chemicals, and it's two chemicals. Then I have also, and I put the red light, and I close the room, and everything is black, and it's nice process, but it's very nice. I like it. I enjoy it.
Wow. How do you put together the film, and how do you like put it in a sequence? You know, it's just, I can't even imagine how the process. So you take different frames, right? In different
Yeah.
time, I would say different time frames. How do you know the order?
How do you the order? I close the light and I do everything in the dark room. But I know because I prepare everything before I close the light. Everything, if a timer outside, everything I've prepared. Then I practice. When I close my eyes and I practice. Then khalas, I know everything where it is. Then I close the light and I started.
Our directors and producers right now, Mahmoud, is like really excited about what's going on here.
Good.
And then the question is that, aren't films discontinued from production?
Yeah,
They
it is.
are?
Yeah, it
But
is.
you still get your hands
Still,
on
yeah.
films like that are not even used yet?
It's not very easy to get it, but I get it from online, and I get all
Really?
the chemicals also online. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is
Wow,
now.
you're really dedicated.
Yeah. Even the printer, the old printer with the light, with the lamp, everything I have it.
That's an experience on its own.
Yeah.
Like people should pay to have that experience.
Yeah, it's nice.
To go inside with the lamp and
Yalla,
all of that. You know what? Why not? We will definitely. Wow. Is this? Let me give that a try. You know,
Okay.
take a picture of my kids, and I'm like, okay, give me 10 hours.
Yeah, 10
Tomorrow.
hours.
Oh, am I being too generous here? How long will it take?
See, the development, developing, it takes like maximum 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Maximum, yeah, maximum. And I have to put the film to dry like 4 to 6 hours. Then we will start to print it. So it's easy. It's not very difficult.
Just 10 hours.
Yeah,
It's a day for a picture.
you can say that.
Why not? We'll give that a try. This has been a very interesting talk, to be honest with you. Anything you want to tell your viewers? Any last words?
Okay, first I tell to the parents because we have a lot of activity for kids. So let your kids go out from the home, go out from electronics and come to enjoy something useful. Yeah, they can like it, and it is the photography. It's kind of art. So and even in HPI, I learned or I teach it the concept of photography. It is the same artist because I'm also artist.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I like a painting. So that's this message for kids and for adults. We are waiting for them.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah.
Let's go. Well, Alia, thank you so much for being part of Bahrain Now's episode for today. Thank you so much.
You're
And you know
welcome,
what?
pleasure.
We will pass it by, definitely. check
Thank
the
you.
10 hours process
Yeah,
of a
that's
picture. Let's
easy.
make that happen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
much.
being with us here.
Pleasure. Thanks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Hippie Eye, the hub for all photographers who are interested in photography and more. Check it out with Hippie Eye. It took place right here with an interview on Bahrain Now. Now for something a little different. Let's take a look at what's happening here around Bahrain in the following report.
The ninth edition of the annual Korean Film Festival, entitled 2021 Korea Movie Nights, was launched on Tuesday, the 5th of October 2021, in the presence of the Korean ambassador to the Kingdom of Bahrain and more than 500 Korean film enthusiasts.
Is it a good time to start? Well, we found this is the right time to start our cultural events. Given we are in the green level, and also we are waited so long, so it's a time to quench our thirsty for cultural events. And at the same time, one more thing is we try to correspond the celebration of our National Day. It falls on the 3rd of October. And especially this year marks 45th anniversary of our diplomatic ties between Bahrain and Korea. So it also adds more meanings to it.
The festival reflected the impressive progress of filmmaking in Korea, as well as the enhancement of cultural exchanges between the two countries.
We try to find the finest movies of Korean crafts. And this time, we find the movies on history, education, and family. So these are the values we deeply trench it in Bahrain, Korea, in other cultures too. So we try to share the values. At the same time, we enjoy our, like art products. This is the start of our celebration, and then it will continue like a food festival and traditional music festival in November, and possibly Taekwondo festival in December. So I hope everybody can enjoy this series of celebration for the two countries and people of the two countries too.
First of all, it's a great thing to see things back to, we can say, to a large extent back to the normal, even though we're still suffering from the 50% occupancy in the cinemas, and even the limitations with people entering. Only vaccinated people are still allowed, even though we're in the green zone in Bahrain. It's only for the vaccinated people, or the kids are allowed to enter only with an adult. It's great to have a festival like the Korean Film Festival, which is a usual thing. We got used to it. This is the 9th year they're having it. And in the past few years, we've seen it mostly in Seif cinemas. This year it's in Oasis cinemas. It's different, but people have started to get acquainted to this type of festival. People started following it up, knowing exactly in which month it's going to occur, and they start following the movies. The movie industry, the Korean movie industry, is quite a good movie industry, and it's quite a really developed one, which we have seen in the past years a lot of different movies with different varieties that people usually enjoy. And people in the past, we used to see people seeing the dubbed versions, but now they do see the normal versions with Korean language speaking inside it, with subtitles in Arabic or English subtitles. People really enjoy it. I see a huge number of attendance this year in the Korean Film Festival, which is quite a really astonishing thing and a lovely thing to see. So I really hope that everything goes back to normal, our lives, our entertainment, our enjoyment, and hope to see everybody. We've missed everybody in the cinemas. The cinemas missed, you missed the cinemas, and I hope everything goes back to normal.
Reporting for Bahrain International, I'm Mariam Al-Bayati. Thank you for watching. The Cultural Hall witnessed the second and third events of the 30th Bahrain International Music Festival on the 3rd and 4th of October 2021, performed by French pianist Maxime Zakini, in which he performed the most famous musical pieces that contributed to the formation of the global music scene, in the presence of Her Excellency Sheikha Hala bint Mohammed Al Khalifa, Director General of Culture and Arts at the Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities, and His Excellency Mr. Jérôme Cochard, the French Ambassador to the Kingdom of Bahrain, along with a group of members of the diplomatic corps in the kingdom.
So tonight was a wonderful night. Like every year, we are cooperating with BACA for the International Festival of Music. It's the 30th anniversary, and we had the honor to have with us Maxime Zakini, a wonderful player with both hands, sometimes only the left hand, but we believe that he has many left hands, which is incredible, and also with his two hands. It was a wonderful time, and it's a real pleasure to be there. Thank you.
I think the culture, if we want to build what they call tourism is part of it, is a culture. And we are, as a Bahraini, we are supporting the culture. This kind of thing, it's a kind of education. See, I bring my children here to hear this kind of thing. This is part of their education.
It was really great. It was great to be out, and with all COVID restrictions, it was beautiful. It was a long time to actually go to a concert or anything. Where I'm from, this is kind of like a lot to take in. It's like it's beautiful. I just love it. It was a great opportunity to come here to see it. It was free too, so.
This event, entitled A Musical Journey from Mozart to Today, came in collaboration with the French Embassy in Bahrain, and was a great success as it offered the audience a journey through different musical styles and eras. Reporting for Bahrain International, I'm Mariam Al-Bayati. Thank you for watching.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight, and another huge thank you for all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love hearing from you. This was Bara Abdallah, and until next time, Bahrain, good night and God bless.